start. And good morning, everybody. Okay, so today is Tuesday, which is yoga. Make sure you have a couple of blocks and a Theraband and a belt. So we are going to start with a spinal reset, one block behind your head and one block underneath your shoulder blades. Here we go. There you go, Colleen. Perfect. And just allow yourself to settle a little bit. Let your hands go out to the sides and turn your palms up. And softly close your eyes or just lessen your gaze for a moment. And allow your body to settle over the blocks. So this week we've got a new moon and a lot of new energy coming our way. So today I'm going to ask you to move with humility, but yet keep an open heart and lead with warmth and just listen to that inner voice and let it guide you with clarity and calmness. So as you inhale, notice how your lungs fill, and as you exhale, let everything go and settle. Try that a few more times on your own. And then just notice the pause in between each inhalation and exhalation. And can you make those equal to the inhalation and exhalation? A few more breaths here. Letting that spine reset, reshape. And then gently lift yourself up and remove the blocks and lay yourself down upon the mat. Draw your knees into your chest and give yourself a hug. Place your hands on top of your knees and let them circle around. Place both feet on the floor, and we're going to take our blocks for a glute smash. So a glute smash is when you take the corner of the block, you'll lift up into bridge pose, and you'll place that block directly in the center of your glute, and then take the other block and do the same. Do not have the corners on bone. It goes into that fleshy part. Then you can lift one knee up and then the other, and either softly circle those knees around very tiny, or move the knees back and forth, yes. So we're literally smashing that muscle. And some may find this a little tender or challenging. And that's okay, we're just getting that muscle to soften a little bit. And then gently put your feet on the floor, lift your hips up, and remove those blocks for a moment. And then draw your knees in again. Maybe notice now you can get them a little closer to your torso and rock side to side or make bigger circles with your knees as you massage the base of your spine. Make sure you go several times in one direction and several times in the opposite direction. Place both feet on the floor. Pick your right heel up from the inside. Let the right thigh externally rotate away from your spine and rib cage. Let the left leg lean to the left as you begin to pump half happy baby. And you're trying to put the top of that right thigh on the floor, and yet the heel pushes up into the hand. Make sure that the ankles and knees are at a 90-degree angle, and the sole of the foot faces the ceiling. And then just hold it down like you're trying to put that thigh closer to the earth. Let that left thigh lean to the left a little more. Now begin a single windshield wiper of straightening that leg and coming back to a 90-degree angle. You won't get it straight all the way, we're not warmed up, but we are lubricating that knee joint as we lengthen and flex that knee. And then lengthen the leg the best you can and push that heel up into your hand. At the same time, push your hand into the heel and feel the energy travel down the leg into the hip socket. Release that energy and bring that ankle on top of the left thigh. Pick the left thigh up and thread your hands behind that left thigh and start to draw the left thigh closer. Make sure that the knees and the ankles are at 90-degree angles, and you can do a few tugs or pulses with that left thigh. And you can brace the right thigh with your right elbow and kind of push it away. And then just hold it there the best you can. And then gently release, put the left foot on the floor and the right foot on the floor. Pick the left heel up for half happy baby on this side. Let the left thigh externally rotate to the left. Let the right thigh lean to the right as you begin to pump half happy baby on this side. And again, just hold that down, getting a nice long stretch here. Then begin your single windshield wiper of extending and bending that left leg. Lengthen the leg the best you can and apply pressure with your hand into the heel. Feel how it travels down the bones of the leg into the hip socket. At the same time, push that heel up into the hand. Let your right thigh lean to the right more. Gently release and bring that left ankle across on top of the right thigh. Thread your hands behind the right thigh and start to pull it in for figure 4. Once again, make sure the ankles and knees are at 90-degree angles and the toes are spread nice and wide. And as you pulse or tug on that right thigh, use your left elbow to push the left thigh away from you. And then gently release and put both feet on the floor. Take hold of your long Theraband and place it over the sole of your right foot. Extend the left leg out upon the mat. Have the tails of the band, one in each hand, and then begin to pull on the left so that the sole of the foot rocks towards your midline, and then pull on the right so the sole rocks outward. So rock that foot and ankle back and forth with your Theraband. And then come back to a neutral position and put the band in your right hand. Let the leg go out to the right, circle it around, and then pull it up over you. So we're gonna do this like 5 times, circling that leg around in that hip socket. And then reverse it and go in the opposite direction. Then coming back to neutral with the foot over the face, just pull on it a little more as if you were bringing that foot more over you. And push the ball of the foot upwards into the band. Pull the heel down, what I call the Barbie doll foot. And then pull down on the tails of the band for a little resistance. And then gently release the band, pull it off of the leg, keep the leg nice and straight as you let that leg float out and down. Lift the fingers up to the ceiling and take them over your head as you take a nice long supine mountain pose stretch. And then gently release and step your feet in. Take the band again and put it over the sole of the left foot. Extend the right leg out upon the mat. Have the tails of the band, one in each hand, and rock the foot inward and then rock the foot outward. So rock that foot and ankle side to side by pulling on that tail on each side. And then coming back to a neutral position, place the band in your left hand and let the leg go out to the side, circle it around, and then hoist it up. Do that again, out to the side, circle around, and hoist it up. And out, and around, and up, and out, and around, and up. Last one. Out and around, and now this time we're going to reverse it. Go forward and out and up, and forward and out and up, and forward and out and up. 2 more. Forward and out and up. Last one. Forward and out and up. Take the tails, one in each hand, and push the ball of the foot upwards as you pull down on your band, getting a nice tone in your leg, maybe pulling that foot a little more over your face, and then gently release, pull the band off of the leg, keep it nice and strong, and let it float all the way down to the earth. Once again, lift your hands up over your head and take a nice supine Tadasana stretch. And then gently release. And we're going to take our blocks and place them underneath our feet for an elevated bridge pose. Once you get your feet set, lift your hips up, tuck your shoulder blades underneath for support, and take your Theraband and lay it over the top of your thighs. Gently pull down on the tails of the band. And this is for our glute bridge. We'll pulse our glutes for 8, and then we'll hold them for 8. Here we go. And pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now hold for 8, 7, 6, really squeeze, 4, 3, 2, and pulse for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now hold and squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5. Really lift the hips. 3, 2, and 1, and last pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold and squeeze really tight. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and roll down. Put your band off to the side. You're going to take your blocks, place one between your thighs and one between your hands directly over your face. See that your legs are at 90-degree angles. Now squeeze the blocks with your hands and your knees. Take the knees to the right, about 20 degrees, and your hands to the left. Tone your core and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back through center, knees to the left, hands to the right. Squeeze the blocks and tone your core for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back. All the way over to the other side again. Squeeze and tone. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Put one block down. Place one block behind your legs, holding it with one in each hand, or blocking, the hands wrapped around the block is what I'm trying to say. And then just rock up to boat pose, legs in the air, holding, toning the core, nice and strong. Yes, you got it, good. And release. So you may need to scoot back a little bit. Bring the soles of your feet together. Cup your hands over your shins. And on an inhale, lift and lengthen. And exhale and round. I do feel the cool now, do you? Inhale, lift and lengthen, yes? Exhale and round. Inhale, really arch that back. Exhale and round. Inhale, lift. And exhale and round. Take your hands behind you. Place the fingers so they face the back of the wall. And simply let your legs flap. Then lean back and put your feet on the floor, nice and wide, probably off of your mat. And then drop your right knee towards the midline as you gently rotate towards the back wall to the left. Inhale, come back through center. Drop that left knee and twist to your right. Inhale, come back through center and twist and back through center and twist and come back to a neutral position. Extend your legs out. Grab your block. Now rotate the flesh inward on each leg. And then you can take one block or you could take 2 blocks. What works for you? Now, draw your inner thighs down actively and draw your outer hips back. This puts your pelvis in a neutral position, and then place your elbows on the blocks. So you're going to continue to draw those inner thighs down, draw the outer hips back, draw the inner thighs down, and draw the outer hips back. So it's a slight pulsation in your thighs. And you want the toes straight up, yes. So that's why I had this roll in more, yes, good, good. And tell me, do you feel this? Yeah. And then gently release. Put your blocks in front and swing your legs around. So coming on to all fours, If your floor is hard, you may want to put a blanket down for your knees, or even a towel. Depends on what you have. And then coming into all fours, try some barrel rolls here of rolling that rib cage around. Go several times in one direction and several times in the opposite direction. Coming back to a neutral position, bring your shoulders just kind of over your wrists and push into the floor. So you're holding yourself up, and then pull back and come again directly over and push into the floor and come back. This time when you come up, turn your right fingers back. So I turn them around. Now pull back again and come up and come back again and come up one more time and pull back and up. Turn the right hand back, turn the left hand so the fingers point towards you, and pull back and up and back and up and back and up and back and up. This time, part your knees a little more. Come into a child's pose as you prong your fingers gently into the mat. Let your hips drop back towards your heels. Prong the fingers so that the palms are off the floor. Now walk your hands to the right. Bend your right elbow at a 90-degree angle and reach your left hand more energetically. Now paw the earth with the finger pads, and as you pull back along your left side, pull your left hip. You might feel a nice stretch from your left fingertips to your left hip socket. Sometimes you'll even feel it on that outside edge of that armpit. Inhale and come back through center. Bend the left elbow, actively reach the right hand, finger pads, as you paw the earth, pull back, pull on that right hip, and stretch from the right fingertips to the right hip socket. And then inhale and come back up. Grab your blocks, and we'll step our right foot out at a diagonal. Make sure that the toes point towards 2 o'clock. And we'll just do a little somatic rock here, back and forth with our hips, letting the knee go out over the toes. And then just lunge there for a moment, maybe bring your blocks back a little more. Lift up with your heart. So not only are you getting your inner thigh on your right leg, but you're getting the front of your left hip flexor. Yeah, good, there you go, Colleen. Now shift back, rock up onto your right heel, place the blocks on either side. Actively pull your toes towards your kneecap. Pull your kneecap up into your hip socket. Lift and lengthen like you had a string coming out of the top of your head. And then hinge forward, keeping the back flat. And then inhale and come forward. Shift around, change sides. Step your left foot out, make sure it points towards 10 o'clock as you begin a somatic rock back and forth. And then just lunge, maybe walk the blocks a little closer, lift up with your heart, let that knee go out over the toes, but get a nice stretch here in the right hip flexor. In fact, go ahead and engage the glute on the right side. Do you feel a difference? Yeah. And then inhale and shift back onto that heel. Bring the blocks on either side. Spread those toes and pull the toes towards the kneecap and the kneecap up towards the hip socket, tone your core and lift your spine. And then exhale as you hinge and bow. Let your hips move back as your spine moves out over your leg. And then inhale and come forward. Put the blocks there. As you come back and rock onto your toes, put your blanket to the side. And then push into the earth and straighten your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Intertwine your arms and let your body hang. Tone your legs and get a nice stretch. Then place the hands on the earth and lift your torso. Bring your hands to your hips and lift your torso now to tabletop. Roll your shoulders onto your back. Inhale and rise all the way up. Good. Now we're going to come a little forward to the center of our mat. Your feet don't have to touch, but they don't have to be wide either. They're just gently side by side. I would take your feet wider, Cheryl. I think you'll find your balance a little better. You always want to see that the inside edges of your feet are parallel. We all have a tendency, some people stand with the heels out, some people stand with the toes out. But just having that sense of where the feet are. Good. Inhale and sweep your hands up. Now draw your thighs back, tone your core, and open up into cactus. Inhale, lift up. Now sit into chair and sweep to the right. Inhale, stand tall, stay tall as you twist to the left and open up your arms. Inhale, come back to center. Open up into cactus again. Inhale, lift up. Sweep to the left in chair. Inhale, stand tall, stay tall. Twist to your right and open your arms. Inhale and come back to center. Exhale, trace down the center of your midline. Place your hands and step back to a downward facing dog. Lower your knees to the earth. Look up, uncurl your toes, and come on down to a baby chaturanga. Now place the forearms on the mat for Sphinx. Elbows directly underneath your shoulders. Arms are parallel or railroad. Turn each inner thigh to the sky. So Cheryl, bring your arms forward and elbows under your shoulders. More. Yeah. Now lift up more. You're dropping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is Sphinx. Okay. Now click your toenails into the mat. Push them. You feel your knees lift.
Yes.
Now tone your core and pull your glutes towards your heels. You feel how that, changes your pelvis into a neutral position. Now keep all of that and pull your torso towards your right forearm. And then come back and pull your torso towards your left forearm. And come back. Place your right arm at a 45-degree angle to the top of your mat. Take your left hand out here to the side and begin to flex your left leg. Now you can turn and reach back and grab that foot with your left hand. There you go. Turn more if you want, Colleen. Yes, once you've got a hold of the foot, then you can bring your torso back. Start to draw the foot towards the hip, and the hip lifts towards the foot. Yes, that's it, Mags. Good. Yes, now push the bottom of your quad into the mat. It'll feel like your hip flexor is lifting away from the floor, yes? Exhale and release. Other side. So left arm. So what I do, the forearm is at a 45-degree angle to the top. And the reason I do that, bring your left hand forward more, Cheryl. Left more. See, if I make it even, this shoulder's popping forward. If I turn it like this shoulder draws back. It's safer that way. Good. So bring your left hand forward more. Left hand, your other left. But draw your left elbow back. Left elbow back. There! There's your 45 degree. Now flex that right foot. And then reach back. You could roll all the way back. Grab the foot and then roll towards the floor. And bring that foot towards the hip and the hip towards the foot. Tone that belly. Really pull your glutes towards your heels. That helps protect your low back. And then exhale and release. Come on down. Place your chin on your hands. Lift your feet up and just take your shins side to side. This is what we call alligator. And it should feel good. Yes? And then inhale. Place your hands. Push yourself up. Downward facing dog. And then walk your dog to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Come into tabletop, bring your hands to your hips. Roll your shoulders on your backs and come on up. Good job. Now we're gonna take our blanket and put it on our mat. And I'm gonna double it up. So in other words, it comes off the pile like so. And then I'm gonna double it again. And then I've got my blocks. And I'm gonna put one foot up on the blanket with the heel. And I'm gonna forward fold. And then move my right foot back. I got my left foot on the blanket, but the heel is on the floor. The ball of the foot is on the blanket. And then as you press into the blocks, straighten your left leg, straighten your right leg, lift and lengthen through the spine. Now push the mound of the big toe on the left foot into the blanket. And now inhale, you can bend the left knee and step the right foot on the blanket. Adjust your blocks. Then inhale and lengthen, come to tabletop. So push the mounds of the big toes into the blanket, yet I'm lifting the toes. So they're not, I'm using the ball of each foot pushing in. Do you feel that now in your hamstrings? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes. So tone those legs, lift and lengthen. Tone the belly so it's not hanging. Push into the blocks and then see if you can forward fold any more towards your legs. Inhale, bring your torso back to tabletop and step your left foot back, adjusting your blocks. And once again, pushing the mound of the big toe on the right foot into the blanket and lift and lengthen. Now inhale, come forward, step that left foot back on the blanket again, adjust your blocks, really push the ball of each foot into the blanket, tone your legs, pick your kneecaps up, tone your belly, encourage the crown of your head towards the wall in front of you. Try to move your legs apart isometrically. Do you feel that? Good. Inhale and then gently walk off of the blanket. Bring your hands to your hips. Roll your shoulders on your backs and come on up. Ooh. Yes? Good. So now we're going to put our blanket off again to the side, and we're going to turn and face the long side of our mat, and we're going to take our blocks and put them on the back long side. And don't be afraid to take a wider stance. And also make sure that the outer edges of your feet are parallel to the shorter edge of your mat. Place your hands on your hips, roll your shoulders on your backs. Inhale, lift the hands up, and then exhale, float out over. And notice after we did that lovely hamstring stretch on that last pose, you can come all the way down and touch the floor. Now lift your toes, but root the balls of the feet and the heels. Hug the shins towards each other isometrically, but try to move the thighs apart at the same time. Really prong your fingers into the earth as you tone your core and encourage your head forward. Now as you exhale, forward fold towards the earth. Maybe you can get the crown of your head towards the floor. Take your hands wider, open up those elbows. And then push into the floor and lift your torso to tabletop again. Now take your right hand and place it underneath your face and bring your left hand to your hip. You're gonna rotate your torso to the left and then take your left hand up for windmill. There you go. You can look in the mirror. Turn the palm directly towards the mirror. Don't break the wrist, Megs. Yeah. See how I'm giving like a high five in the mirror? Yes. Inhale, bring that hand down. Place it directly underneath your face. Push in and lift and lengthen through that spine. Rotate towards that right side. Take the right hand up, palm to the mirror. Look at me, Megs. See the palm direct? Nope, don't turn it. You're back here. Turn my, yes! Other way. Towards me. Yeah, but bring it right directly over you. Oh, that's it. More, more, more. And release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Bring your hands to your hips. Roll your shoulders on your back. And come on up. Step your feet together and shake it out. Okay, we got more. Step the feet again. And this time we're gonna rock onto that right heel and turn our toes to the right. Now notice how my hips were kind of this way. I'm gonna pull them back and bend into this knee. Then take the hands out into warrior two, and then turn the palms up and lift up and straighten the leg. This is star pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose. Exhale and warrior two. Turn the front hand up, lift it up, come into your warrior four. Then inhale, come back to your warrior two. Take the hands behind. Interlace the fingers. Now be aware of this right knee. Did it cave in? Draw it back. Lift your heart. Exhale and fold onto the inside of that leg. Humble warrior. Make the legs strong as you inhale, lift up. Come back up. Bring the hands out into warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Reach out and down into triangle. And you can grab your block. Place your hand on the block. Now rotate your torso so that your right ribs line up with your right leg. And your left shoulder is directly over the top of your right shoulder. You should be looking at the side wall as if you were in between two panes of glass. Take the top hand up for your triangle. There you go. Good. And then bend into that front leg. Come on up to warrior two. Turn your feet, and we're going to go to the other side. Bending into that left leg. Look in the mirror. Tuck your core. Tuck the bum under. Nice and strong. Turn the palms up. There you go. Lift up. Star pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two. Take the hands behind. Interlace the fingers and fold towards that corner of the mat. humble warrior. Then be strong in your legs and come back up. Come into your warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Reach out and down. Grab your block. Put it directly underneath your shoulder. As you rotate to the side wall with your torso, take the top hand up. There you go. Good. Root into that back foot more. And then be strong in your back leg and come on up. Turn the feet and step them together. Good job. Now we're going to take our blocks and stack them on top of each other as we take our belt and have a seat in supported malasana. Widen your legs, feet flat on the floor. So anchor your left hand down on the inside and use your arm against that left thigh. You're going to reach up and then rotate towards the back right corner as you turn and look at your right thumb with your left eye. And release. Anchor that right hand down. Lift and lengthen. Rotate towards the left corner. Look at that left thumb with your right eye. And if you need to close that left eye, do so. And then inhale and come back to center. Take the Theraband behind you, kind of at the base of your shoulder blades, and turn the palms up like you're holding two trays in your hands, and simply extend out and back, and two, and back. Really tone your core. 3, sit up nice and straight, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Good job. Take your band, put it off to the side. Put your blocks out to the front. Make sure you've got your belt close by as you come down to the floor. Draw your sit bones back and roll the flesh again inwards. So when the feet are out in front, they're about a fist and a half apart. And the second toe lines up with the center of your ankle, center of your kneecap, center of your hip socket. Sit up nice and tall. I know, don't we all just love slump asana? So draw your right knee in and sit up tall and extend it back out and draw it in and give it a hug and extend it back out. And one more time. Now this time, we're gonna let it fall to the side, and I'm gonna adjust that foot so it's a little more down by my knee, and come back up and to the side and up and side and up. And now hold it out there. Take your right hand, not on your kneecap, but on the center of the thigh. You can support yourself with your left hand. Watch this left foot, because it probably wants to go to Shavasana. Yeah, it's got to be really strong. And push down and up and down and up, down and up and down and up. Now we're going to pick this ankle up and put it on top of our thigh. Grab your belt and belt your left foot. Put the tails of the belt, one in each hand, and pull the foot back. And sit up nice and tall, like you were driving a carriage with some horses, yes. And you feel your sit bones and that curve in your back. Don't you feel like you're sitting up tall? Yeah, and your belly is toned. Now you're gonna start to walk your hands down. Pull in, so when I pull in, I'm pulling my elbows back, but I'm hinging the torso forward, and I pause. Now I'm gonna walk my hands a little further down, lift and lengthen through that spine, pull back, and hinge again. Do you feel that in the hamstring? One more time, walk the hands down, lift up. Now think of keeping that spine long, especially the neck in line with the spine as you hinge out. Don't drop the head. Keep the chin lifted. Yes. And fold a little more. Do you feel that in the hamstring? Yes. And inhale and release. We're going to change sides. So put that foot out. And we'll simply draw this left one in and give it a hug. And back out. And hug. And back out. And hug. And back out. Now this time I'm only going to bring it about to my knee and let it go to the side and up, side and up, side and up and side. Now take your right hand to the side for support. Put your left hand on the inner thigh, not on the knee, and push and down, push, down, push, down, and push. Now hold and release. Now pick that left ankle up, put it on top of the right foot, belt your right leg or right foot, put the foot on the leg. There you go, I had my words mixed up. Pull back on that foot, and once again, feel like you're just riding in a carriage and you've got your horses out in front. Lift and lengthen through that spine, and then walk the hands down a little further on the belt. Inhale, lift and lengthen, and then hinge a little forward. Walk the hands down the belt towards the foot. Pull back. Keep the back of the neck long as you hinge forward. Maybe you can move the hands a little more. Last time, lift and lengthen, tone your belly, and then hinge. And then inhale and come on up. Then take both feet out. Draw the sit bones back. Put your belt to the side and grab your Theraband again. And we'll belt or place the Theraband over the soles of our feet, around the balls of the feet. And it's really important that you pull your sit bones back. Now you've got your tails, one in each hand. You're going to use the edge of your feet, not turn them out, but rather moving the legs apart to stretch the band. And back, and stretch, and back, stretch, and back, and stretch. Now hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Do you feel that in your outer hips? Yes. Do it one more time. Stretch it and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, come back to a neutral position. Walk your hands down. Sit up nice and tall. Now notice if when you're slumping, your pelvis actually tips like this. So can you sit up and tilt your pelvis down so the floor of the pelvis is parallel to the floor or the mat. Lift and lengthen, tone, and now begin to hinge, pulling yourself out over the feet. Then walk your hands down towards both feet. Grab onto the Theraband, pull back, tone your belly, and hinge again. And now you can let your head go. And if you can get your elbows down, that's great on either side of the legs. Pull the inner thighs down so that the knees flatten and draw the hips back. Inhale and come on up. Good job. Put the bands off to the sides. And let's open up the legs a little bit here. Roll the flesh again inwards. Now we're going to go back to the belt. And belt this left foot. Now, when you place both tails in your left hand, palm is up, yes. Sit up nice and tall, yes. And now you're gonna turn your sternum to the right foot so that the left ribs line up with the left leg. Lift the right hand up and over. You're gonna bend your left elbow as you pull yourself out over that left leg. Inhale and come up. We're gonna do it again. Come on over. Now turn your heart towards the leg. Bring your right hand down. Bring your left hand all the way, both of them to the foot. Notice how the right hip is lifting. Pull it down. So I'm pulling that right hip down, lifting my heart. Exhale, lining the sternum now up with the left leg and folding deeper out over that left leg. Inhale and come up. Unhook. Other side. You doing okay, Cheryl?
I'm there.
Okay. So holding the tails in your right hand, sit up nice and tall. Always find length before you rotate. Now rotate your sternum towards that left foot, lining your right ribs up with your right leg. Make sure you've got a hold of that. Here we go with the left hand. Over towards that right foot and come back up and over towards the right foot and come back up. And last time, as you come over, you're gonna bring the hand down to the belt. Lift and lengthen the torso. Rotate your sternum towards this right leg. As you begin to hinge out over the right leg, notice how the left hip is lifting. Can you pull it down? Lift the spine and fold again. Do that again. Lift the spine, pull the left hip back, lengthen and fold again. And then inhale and release. Good job. You're coming down onto your backs. And I'm going to turn the lights a little lower. And you can start by drawing your knees into your chest. And rock side to side. Then place your feet on the floor and take your hands out to the side in a T formation. Step into your feet and lift your hips. Move your hips to the right edge of your mat, over to the right, and then set them down and let the knees fall to the left. Knees to the left. There you go. Stack them. Okay. Yes, there you go. Now crab walk or move your left shoulder to the left. Yeah, you can kind of crab walk it over. This helps you establish a better lumbar curve in your spine. On your next inhale, starting at your tailbone, lengthen all the way up through your spine to the crown of your head. On an exhale, turn back and look at your right hand. Enjoy your breath. Enjoy your twist. And then inhale and come back through center and shift your hips to the center of your mat. And just pause for a moment and enjoy the difference between one side and the other. And then step into your feet, lift your hips, move them to the left edge of your mat and set them down and let the knees fall to the right, stacking them. And then move that right shoulder more to the right so that the left shoulder will touch the earth. Once again, on the next inhale, lengthen from your tailbone all the way up to the crown of your head, and on an exhale, turn back look at your left hand. Twisting is so good for the spine. Inhale and come back to center. Lifting the knees up, shifting your hips, extending your legs out nice and long on the mat. Lift your fingers up, take them over your head, all the way to the wall behind you as you point your toes towards the top of your mat. And take a nice long stretch. Gently release your arms and bring them around by your sides. So let your legs be slightly wider than your hips and allow the feet to fall away from the midline. Lift your heart a little bit and tuck those shoulder blades under for support. Make sure the palms are turned up. As you softly inhale and gently exhale. Let your entire back body, your heels, your calves, your hips, your shoulders, your arms and the back of your head all rest upon your mat. Bring your awareness to your face as you soften the skin on your forehead and all around your eyes, nose, and mouth. Release any tension you have in your jaw. Let your teeth part. Let your tongue rest. As you turn your eyes more deeply down into their sockets, then move your gaze to deep within your heart. Ride the wave of your breath. Shavasana. Keep your eyes closed, but slowly begin to deepen your breath. Bring life back into your toes and your fingers, your feet and your hands, your legs and your arms. Lift your hands up over your head and take a nice long stretch. And then slowly draw everything into your heart and roll to your right or left side. And simply stay close to the earth for a moment and truly savor the sensations of the practice all the way down to the cellular level of your body. Then roll your heart deeper towards the earth. Take your hands and push yourself up and come around to a seated position. Bring the soles of your palms together one last time. So with this new moon this week, ignite your own inner fire and lead with your heart, but also move with courage. And most of all,
shine from the inside out. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. That means may all beings be happy. May all beings be free. The light in my heart bows to the light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you, ladies.